All eyes are on new Tennessee quarterback Joey Aguilar as he is on campus and getting ready to compete for the starting position. But one big question looms: can Joey Aguilar follow a trend that has brought Tennessee athletics a lot of recent success over the years? We'll tell you what that is next. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. So we have no idea if Joey Aguilar is going to be Tennessee's starting quarterback. We know that he comes over from App State and then UCLA, transferring to Tennessee after the messy split between the Vols and Nico Iamaleava, and we know that he's going to get a chance to compete for the starting job with Jake Merklinger and George McIntyre, who obviously were brought to Tennessee out of high school by Josh Heupel and his staff, and are probably a little bit ahead of Aguilar as far as the offensive install is concerned. But the former App State and UCLA quarterback does have a chance to follow along on a trend that has been very good to Tennessee athletics, and that is high-level contribution from transfers, and from transfers that are relatively under the radar as far as the national landscape is concerned. Joey Aguilar is not a player that was at the top of any transfer portal boards. Joey Aguilar is not a player that most college football fans or media would really know anything about if he wasn't the guy that was coming in to replace Nico Iamaleava after a highly publicized divorce between Nico and the university. But Joey Aguilar has a chance to do something that the likes of Hendon Hooker did in 2022, that the likes of Dalton Knecht did last year, or 2 years ago, I should say, with Tennessee men's basketball. And that is that under-the-radar transfer coming in to make a big impact. Now, first things first, I don't want to put those expectations on Joey Aguilar. I might have already done that simply by putting those guys' names next to his, right? Hendon Hooker brought Tennessee football out of the depths. He led the Vols to that miraculous 10-win season out of nowhere in year 2 of Josh Heupel, beating Alabama and being in the Heisman race, obviously, before tearing his ACL in that game against South Carolina. And Dalton Knecht, as we know, took over as one of the best players in college basketball, taking Tennessee all the way to the Elite Eight, winning SEC Player of the Year, and going on to be a first-round draft pick in the NBA draft. Those are lofty, lofty goals for Joey Aguilar. But it is true that Tennessee athletics, since the transfer portal era really began, has done a nice job utilizing it, and it's not always the big-time, hyped-up transfers that have come in and made the biggest impacts, right? Liam Doyle was a highly publicized transfer coming into Tennessee baseball, but as a one-and-done guy, he won SEC Pitcher of the Year. He was a huge reason why Tennessee made it to Super Regionals for a 5th year in a row under Tony Vitello. So all I'm saying is Joey Aguilar has the table set for him to be the next one to take advantage of that opportunity. Hendon Hooker was unheralded coming from Virginia Tech. Dalton Knecht was completely unknown coming from Northern Colorado. And Joey Aguilar is a guy that was at Appalachian State and UCLA, but certainly nobody was looking at him as the type of guy to lead an SEC program even just a few months ago. Now, he has an opportunity to do that if he wins this job, and he has an opportunity, if he has a massive year out of nowhere for Tennessee in 2025, to join rarefied air when it comes to some of the greats that have recently come through the University of Tennessee.